A look at Pang, a guy who's become one of the top goal scorers on the planet in Tage Thompson.
Well, that shot is lethal. And you talk about guys in the league, they're able to pull it, change the angle, and get a lot of velocity on it. That would be Tage Thompson. I think he's taken on a much better leadership role as well. They really need that from him for sure. And obviously love the way that line is humming right now. And he's got a lot of confidence, as much confidence as I've seen him in a long time.
Yeah, no, he's rolling, the big fella, getting a lot of help from Josh Norris, and that certainly helps. I think that brings some balance to their organization and that scoring production, Panger. But Tage Thompson, I think he's using that confidence he's had in game after winning the World Championships, the first time Team USA won in 92 years, scoring the GWG arm dog, the game-winning goal. And as Panger said, that leadership is really carrying over. He looks like a guy that's willing to try to do whatever it takes to get back in the postseason.
He looks raw bone tough with that tight little mullet, like almost like his old man a little bit when I played against him in the minors. Scary tough. But I think these guys have worn, like their veteran guys, Tuck, Darlene, Thompson. I think they've wore I think it's been heavy on them the last number of years. Like, these guys do care. These guys want to win. And so for them to feel some success of late on this little run they're on, and with the added potential of other players in their lineup a year older and guys come along, the Bensons and others, I think they got a little taste of what that could be like. And their fans, they'll get behind you, they'll get going. So everyone's kind of hungry for this. But those guys care. I talk to those guys. They care a lot about wanting to do well and win. And so this has to be fun for them right now.
Well, speaking of taste, and Liam, you know the Buffalo area well. We've all played in markets with other major league sports teams. The Buffalo Bills are cooking right now, boys.
Yes.
So when you're an athlete playing in that market and you see your other teams playing well, that motivates you even more to have success for your own respective team.
And it's a different town, though, when both of these teams are humming. I mean, for so long, the Bills, right, were out of the playoffs. Then it was the Sabres. You get both of these teams going at the same time. It is electric in the winter. We've seen this before, though. You said a taste of success. They've had tastes here and there and then fallen out. And Sabres fans, they want to believe. Do you believe in this team right now?
I've believed in this team for a number of years, and it's just a matter of putting it together. It was a matter of their best players playing winning hockey and not playing cheating, losing hockey. Look at the decor. It matches up against anything out there. They've got the goaltender with UPL right now. That's
big.
That's very big. I mean, they've had a number of years where the save percentage was 88, but they didn't defend well as well. They didn't take the care of defending more than the hope of scoring. And so I think of the edge that they've added. And, Kevin Adams is no longer their general manager, but, Krebs is a good, edgy player. He's playing with Thompson. This Josh Doan deal has been marvelous for them. And he's got a spark about him, too. And I think he's dragged these boys into the fight. And he had a fight the other night, too, and a pretty darn good one. So really like the way they're going right now. And maybe now they're just learning how to win and what it takes to win when they look around the gate.
Well, and part of that deal, too, Kesselring. He hasn't really played much due to injuries. I think he's going to be a great right-hand defenseman playing on that back end. Bowen Byram, he's looking at the guy that we saw in Colorado with the Avalanche. He's taking the next step. I don't think, Arm Dog, they're going to take that ultimate step until Owen Power really elevates his game.
Yeah.
First overall draft pick. He was dominant at Michigan, great for Team Canada World Championships. And he's just scratching the surface.
What is it with him,
I think with big guys, it takes a little extra time. 6'5", 6'6". I think he still has to grow into his body. He doesn't have to fight, but just be a little more assertive and win one-on-one puck battles.
He needs like a little burr in his saddle, as they would say. He needs a little bit of that.
They say that out west, don't they,
Yeah,
Colby?
that's what they say back in Sask.
Because you have farms way over there.
That's right. You ever been on a hay bale pile and got stung by a bunch of bees? I'll tell you what. Owen Power needs a little of that, a little energy, a little ripping that way.
Specific.
Yeah,
that will get you going.
You don't have hay in Scarborough.
No, you don't. Yeah, City boy.
Ottawa